it basically started, in a Toyota car plant back in the 60s, 1960s, very, as you know, very old methodology or technique. So which really started with respect to how work moves along in the assembly line. So you could see that in an assembly line of a car plant, so you can actually see that how work could actually be structured. So there are some people who are looking at fitting the screws and nuts of a tire. Other people would be actually fitting the dashboard, and somebody else might be fitting in the glasses to the windows. So work has to continuously, smoothly move on because everybody's waiting for the next one. Whereas here, there is a kind of a waiting time, which is a waste. So you can actually see that there's a lot of defects in the process. There are waiting times, there are problems, there are excess that is being manufactured, there are shortages of manufacturing. Everything is actually kind of clear when they started this Kanban board. And that's where, I mean, it really started, if you really want to understand this whole principle behind Kanban. So it is used to manage the flow of production, the flow of work, and also the materials, right? So that's why we had actually put it as a task in the list, right? So a task could be things as simple as tasks, or it could be things that you would need to do some activity. So the resources as well, you can manage the flow of the resources. And that's why it was used in that context of, I'm not sure how many of you have heard about JIT, just in time. This is a concept in manufacturing which started way back in the 70s with the Deming and also all the total quality management and Kaizen, continuous improvement in that context. So they wanted to produce just in time. They don't want to actually have loads of inventory lying in the backyard, waste, because nobody's picking up. So previously, till that point, they were making like thousands of glass panes and millions of the car knobs, handle knobs. They were actually making and putting in the inventory, which is occupying loads of space, and that was there for months and months till it gets picked up, because that's all waste. It's not moving. So with that, if you compare that to the current situation where you've got Amazon, for example, which is the world's biggest distributor and retailer in the world. It's the most profitable, perhaps even in size and market value. But you all know that Amazon doesn't really own any inventory. It is not owning any of the items that they deliver. They're just suppliers, and the items are lying somewhere else. So even the suppliers that you have got listed on Amazon.com, they are not owning the items. The items are lying somewhere else in a backyard inventory. And there are some companies whose whole purpose and objective is to just maintain the inventory. Whereas some other companies, the priority of the majority of the companies, their priority is to just deliver, is to just supply these items, is to just connect the items is to connect the people who need the items with the people who have got the items. So basically, Amazon does that simple aspect of connecting the suppliers with the people who have got the people who have got the need for those supplies for the items in the inventory. And that's pretty much lies where the spirit of Kanban is. It's the flow. It's actually trying to remove all the waste and making sure there's no waiting time. Waste could be not just physical waste, but also the waste in waiting, the waste in excess inventory, the waste in either overproduction or underproduction. All of these could be the factors that could contribute to the waste. And that's where Kanban is actually kind of, it originated. That's the spirit of Kanban, which has actually transformed and translated into the software development. And that's where Agile actually picked up some of the best practices from